Dormilon number 2 got kicked out of the school because of not attending class and low grades.
How do you fucking do that?
I don't
man,
know,
I
man.
never showed up to class, and my grades were still fine, and I got a degree. Like, I mean, I showed up to class. I showed up to class enough to like get the material down, you know? Like, cause I don't know. I feel like there are just a lot of classes that like nothing happens. Like, you don't get anything from being there a lot of the time, which is really frustrating. Like, I wish that like, I don't know. I think it's just like, you know, a lot of like Gs and stuff like that were like super impacted. So like there was no reason. Like, I don't know. Like I had poli sci classes where like you just show up and there are 300 kids in the class, and like you don't need to be there. Like you can get the same material from reading the textbook. Honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why I took all my GE classes in online.
Yeah, I wish I'd known to do that. I did a couple classes like that, and it was a lot better.
Like honestly, like it was always like, oh, look at or listen to the lecture, do the test, and then do the quiz, or do the quiz and then do the test. And I was like, all right, I'm done. I literally
Yeah, pretty
finished. I remember I finished an astronomy lab class like 3 weeks into the semester, because she was like,
Yeah, by just doing the work.
yeah,
early.
because I told her, it was like, hey, I'm trying to get this done with. Can you just open everything up for me? And she's like, if you think you can do it, sure. And I was like, yes, I know I can. Just open it up. So she opened it up. I'm pretty sure she expected me to fail. And then I finished the class with an A minus. And I was like, all right, thank you. And then she was like, oh shit.
Yeah, see, yeah. Yeah, no, but it's weird. Living with people always like adds a lot of like weird strain on your relationship. That's why I'm always like hesitant when people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna like room with my friend." I'm like, man, I've never known friends that like remain friends after rooming.
No.
Or you know, they're definitely never as close.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Actually, okay.
Never.
So I got another
Like, I don't
story.
know a single
I got
person.
another story.
Oh my god.
No, this was good. This one's good. So you remember, well, one of my closest friends, my still closest friends from high school, from middle school even, his last name's Carmona, so I'm gonna call him Carmona. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Carmona, he's been my, I want to say my best friend since high school. Like we were in band together. We both played trumpet. We both played games. We've all like in high school we always hung out like every single day, and we went to CSUN. So we both went. We didn't dorm together, but we were in this across the building from each other. So we were always just hanging out together all the time. Also, I want to say my third year in college, he was like, "Hey, I can't afford the dorms anymore. Like, is it cool if I stay at your place?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, for sure. Just come over. You know, just obviously I'll have to charge you some rent, but you know what? I'm gonna be a pal. Just give me $100 for a month. Like, we'll share the little area I have. That's all I can give you. But we're, like that's all I can do. Like $100. I know it's still a lot for the little area, but you get a place to stay." And he was like, "Yeah, for sure." Oh, and that was when I first lived with Dormilon number 2. So even then, even the first time I lived with him, he was like, "Hey, can you guys lower the rent for me since Carmona's living with us now?" And I was like, "No, man. Like, I have to share the area. If you share him the room, for sure." And he was like, "Nah, dude, I don't want to share the room with anybody." And I was like, "All right, then no." And so anyway, that was it. But Carmona is the type of person. He's a cool guy and everything. He's great. I love him. He's one of my best friends. But certain things happened that I'm not going to go into detail, where essentially he was just like, "Fuck it, I don't want to live here anymore." And we had a weird falling out, like a bad falling out. Me and him, we didn't talk for like about a year, like just a year of like just not talking to each other. And it's true what you said. Like friends, I want to believe that they can live together, but I've been proven many times that they can't. Like close friends cannot live together. They don't match in a certain situations, because there's a difference between a friendship, right? Or well, obviously, but so knowing someone how they are at school or out in the street is a big difference than knowing how they are at home. Like
Yeah, I think the criteria for being someone's friend and the criteria for living with someone are totally different things. I'm not saying they can't overlap sometimes and you can't luck out and like have a friend that you're like really good at living with, but like they're totally not like the same thing. I don't know. Okay, I like shared a room with my brother for 17 years, right? And like we didn't hate each other, but like we didn't really like hang out ever. And like as soon as he moved off, well, not even before he moved off to college, like he moved to the room next door. Like I don't know, just it took a lot of strain off of our relationship. We like started hanging out more, like just for the sake of hanging out, not just because we had to. We'd go on walks together or whatever. We share a bathroom now, which isn't ideal. Like we still kind of get into fights about sharing the bathroom, but like when you're very different people, like it makes it difficult to live together. I remember I went on a road trip a couple years ago. Actually, it's been a long time with my friend Walker, and I'll say his name because like I have nothing but love for that guy, even though you know. So I stayed with him for like I don't remember how long it was, like a week and a half in Albuquerque, and by the end of it, we were just like at each other's throats. I think I don't know if he was like, yeah, I'm sure he would say the same thing. Like he was very particular about certain things, and I was very not particular about the way I did certain things. Like I would like tie knots in all of the bread bags, and he'd get really upset that I'd tie knots in the bread bags because he's like, why are there knots? Like I have to undo these knots, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not even doing it consciously. Or like I'd stack the cups
Right.
I'd like put the cups four high, like I'd stack them four high and then put them in the cabinet, and he'd be like, every time I have to like it's hard to pull them out because they're too high, and I'm like, oh man, I'm sorry. But like everything's fine now, obviously. But like I definitely like after like spending we probably spent about 3 weeks together that summer, and it was just like
It was pretty bad.
I'm so annoyed. And then everything was fine. Like we didn't talk for a little bit, but I don't think it was because we were annoyed. I just think we live in different places, and our relationship's always been kind of like, yeah, like I really love that guy, but like he's far away, and so we see each other every like couple of years. He came to my recital. You might have met him, Roll.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't fucking remember anything from your recital.
Dude, me neither. It was just like I blacked out.
Yeah,
No, that's not true.
honestly,
but
dude,
a little bit.
Yeah. The only reason I remember things about my recital is because my parents took pictures, and they're saved onto my computer. And whenever it goes to screensaver, it's just like a recollection of those pictures. So I'm always
Dude, I
like
actually haven't
reminded.
gone back. I haven't actually gone back and watched it. I was so disappointed in the moment. Like, and I'm not like talking shit about their performers. I think that they did a good job, all things considered. But like, you really don't have enough rehearsal time to make it sound good.
Hell no, dude. I only got 2 days worth of rehearsal,
Yeah,
Two.
me too. I mean, that's what you get.
and that's fucking terrible, man. Like you should have at least 7 days, at least.
Yeah, but like for the amount that you're paying them, did you pay
Dude,
them?
fuck no, I didn't pay any of them. I didn't pay them shit.
I paid them.
I paid them in
and-
food.
and I couldn't get away with asking them for more.
I
You know, like I was like, you know, I gave them each $30. I tried to do food in a way that was like, you know, respectful. You know, like if I put out a pizza for 30 people, it would be kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I tried my best. I really made an effort. And like I still would not feel comfortable asking them to come back another day or another 2 days.
But to be fair, at least for my part, and this is just like me defending myself in a way for being an asshole not paying them, they only played like 5 minutes worth of music. I don't know if that justifies me not
doesn't, you're
paying
still an
them.
asshole,
I
but-
know. I mean, I paid them in food. I told them, hey guys, like, I'm broker than all of you combined. So the best I can do is give you guys food. I'll give you guys Gatorade. I'll give you guys water. I'll do as much as I can to give you guys each. And I kind of like tailored. Is that the right word? Their wants or their diets. So like, any of you are vegan, any of you are vegetarian, like I'll bring just like a veggie platter for you guys, and this is just for you guys to eat. Shit, I just hit my microphone. I don't know if you heard that, but
That's fine.
so I gave them essentially what they wanted, and I was like, you guys okay with Gatorade? Do you guys want soda? Do you guys prefer water? And they're like, dude, Gatorade's fine, water's fine. I'm like, all right, thank you guys so much. So I brought them water, I brought them Gatorade, I brought them food like sandwiches, like veggie sandwiches, veggie wraps, turkey, ham. I kind of brought them as best as I could, and nobody fucking ate it.
Really?
Nobody, like, I think only like 4 people ate it. Everybody else, like, we literally, I think I gave you, no, I gave someone else my food for their reception, because I didn't have a reception. And I just gave the rest of the food to someone. I forgot who it was. I was just like,
Yeah.
fuck it, like, whatever, dude. You know, I did what I could. Like, I'm not gonna put my, also, like, again, this is me just defending myself, but I know I was an asshole for not paying them. But I was like, I'm not gonna go get a $200 loan to pay you guys for 5 minutes of music, which I know it sounds bad when I say it that way, but that was my thought process back then. I know now if I could, I'd be like, hey, I mean, I don't want to say I'm going to, but in another fictitious world or another dimension, another universe, I would say, hey, thank you for being in my recital. I know it's 2 years late, but here's $20. I'm not gonna do that.
I mean, the thing is that $200 would not have covered it. Like,
I didn't have a
the
lot.
size of your
I did
orchestra.
not have a lot of people. I had. No, yeah, like $200 was not enough. I had like 15 people.
No, not even would have been.
I had 15 people. I didn't have a lot, dude. I did.
All right, I mean, that still would have been $300. But yeah, still.
I know I'm poor, man,
Well,
but you gotta
so-
put it in my face, you dick.
No, I mean, listen, I don't think that you were inherently an asshole for not paying them. I think if you were honest from the beginning, were you? Like,
I was.
Were you
I
upfront?
told
Were you
them.
like,
I
hey, listen,
told
guys,
them. No,
I'm
no, no.
not gonna pay you.
Right.
Straight
When
up.
I contracted them, I told them, look, I want
What
to
the fuck
add.
is happening, Theo?
No, no, dude.
What-
That's,
what is
that's
it
actually
doing?
why I'm not talking because I don't think any of my audio is actually salvageable.
I want to hear what Theo has to say about this because he has current roommates.
Right.
Well, I've had great roommates, man. In San Francisco, I lived in the Haight-Ashbury district, which is like Hippie Hill, you know.
Is that the like the
but-
iconic where the train goes down the hill, the trolley?
No, not exactly.
Okay. Oh, okay. Continue.
This is like the, you know, in the 60s, 70s, this was like the place. It's actually down the street from Castro, which also is like, I don't know if you know who Harvey Milk is, but that was like a big thing for like the gay rights era and civil rights. Anyways, I had these roommates. Oh, dude, they were the best. Tommy, we called him Mama Tom. He was like in his late 50s. Him and his husband, they were just the coolest people. He's this 6'7" Italian guy, a long beard, a long hair. But I don't know, dude. I've never had bad experiences with roommates, just because I don't know. They've always been family to me. But also, I have been thinking too. Like you never had siblings, right? So with me, I was the youngest of three brothers. So I'm kind of used to that. Whereas, I don't know, it could be different dynamics.